Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Well, it's time for another Tools Tech Tuesday, and today I thought we'd talk about this guy, the Stihl SH86 C-E. Say hello to my little friend. Anyway, let's see. So, first of all, the trigger is how you control the throttle. So, of course, the harder you squeeze it, the faster the engine will run, and the harder the wind will blow out of the end of the nozzle. So, if you flip this up, that's a trigger lock, so you don't have to hold it steady at whatever speed you want. If you push it down, that disengages the engine, turns it off. This right here is a primer ball. Down here, there's a far to the back, then there's middle, and then front. That's full choke, half choke, and then off. And then if you have it on, hit the trigger, that automatically flips. So you'll see it automatically turns it off. This, of course, is the cord to pull it, and how you start it, according to the directions, is you hit this primer ball 7 times, and then you have to push it, and it takes a second for it to reinflate. You push it again, and you'll see you do that 7 times, and then you just pull this a few times, and it'll start. The directions do say that if that doesn't work, you can hit this again, then pull it again. I haven't had to do that, so. Okay, back here is where all the air filter and all that stuff is, the spark plug. Right here is the fill tank, or the fill cap, so you can fill it with the fuel and oil mixture. Over here on the other side is where this flips open, and you can turn it into a vacuum or back into a blower. So as you can see, there are steel blades in there instead of plastic, and there's even a serrated steel blade in there to help it chew up debris when you're vacuuming it up.
Okay, this thing hasn't been run in several weeks, probably a couple months, so why don't we see how it starts. Alright, well, let's talk about this machine. So, first of all, this picture shows everything that comes in the box. You'll see it has a bag, it has a shoulder strap, it of course has the tube that connects the bag to the main unit, and there's actually 2 tubes there that is shown on intake, but you can take those off of the intake and put them where the curved tube is and use the machine as a blower, of course. The SH86 C and the SH86 C-E are both considered professional blowers. Now, as I understand it, the only difference is that the E has an eco-friendly motor, it's low emissions, and that's what this is. Also, the BG86 is also in the same family, but according to the salesman, the only difference is that that one has plastic blades instead of steel blades and is meant to be just a blower, not a shredder / blower. Now let's talk about the power that this thing packs. Now you usually see two different numbers when you're looking at blowers. The wind speed and the cubic feet per minute that the machine is able to displace. This particular blower can do 170 miles per hour at 444 cubic feet per minute. Now, that being said, the BG models might be able to do more because the salesman quoted me more than 600 cubic feet per minute. And so maybe it's the plastic blades on the other ones versus the steel. Maybe the steel is heavier, or maybe the plastic ones are bigger and is able to scoop more wind into the blade. I am not totally sure, but 444 is still pretty powerful. What I can tell you is that if you lock the trigger on and you relax your arm, this thing is able to actually blow itself back a little bit, so your arm is like a pendulum. And so to me, this thing really gets the job done. I like it a lot. Now, as I mentioned, this thing has an eco-friendly low-emissions motor. That motor is 27.2 cc's in size. As for the fuel tank, it takes 440 cc's. That's almost 15 ounces, 14.9 to be exact. You will have to mix your fuel and oil in this machine. They do recommend non-ethanol fuel for this, but I was able to buy some down at the marina because a lot of boaters use it. And they also sell it at different stations around town, so chances are you can probably find some nearby. I believe Stihl either is or started as a German company. However, if you look at their website, it says built in the USA. Right under that, it says built in the USA with domestic and foreign parts and components. So it's possible maybe they got some parts from Germany. Whatever the case, it's built really well in my opinion. It has this really nice rubbery, soft kind of handle and their anti-vibration system, so it doesn't vibrate your hand off while you're using it for a long time. That's pretty nice. It has that throttle lock that I mentioned earlier, and you wouldn't think that would make any bit of difference, but I tell you what, if you are using a blower for a long amount of time and you don't have that, it can make your hand kind of fatigued. Also, it has their easy to start system, which is a spring-loaded mechanism that just makes it easier to start the motor. I like being able to get to the air filter without having to get out a bunch of tools. Also, it says on the website that it has an adjustable nozzle, but really what it is you have different pieces that come with it. So you can lengthen it or shorten it. Also, you can change it from round to this oval or ellipse type shape, this squished tube. This is the way I like to use it most of the time. So overall, I really like this thing. It starts up really easy and it has plenty of power. It's really enjoyable to use. So hopefully that was useful to you. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.